Алха, сделай рукой.
Hello.
Մյուս կողմից կազմակերպել է, որ մի թուրքական փաշան փայտեցնի թուրքերի վարոդի պահեստը, որ Բուդայի ամրոցում եղել է թուրքական վարոդի պահեստը եւ ինքը փող է տվել, կաշառել է թուրք փաշային եւ այսպես փայտեցվել է այդ բանը վարոդի պահեստը եւ այսպես ազատագրվել է Բուդայի ամրոցը։ Լավ, ուրեմն սա եղել եւ օսմանցիների հետ, որ իրենք դուրս են եկել Հունգարիայից, նաեւ այդ հայերը եւ ուրիշ ազգությունները, որոնք եղել են օսմանցիների հետ, իրենք են անհետացել, այսինքն հիմա չենք որևէ հետք չունենք այդ բանի, ուղղակի այդ փաստաթղթերը, որ մնացել են։ Հետո երրորդ ներգաղթը ամենակարևոր ներգաղթն է, պաստորեն սա սկսվել է 11-րդ դարում, բայց հասել են հայեր այստեղ 17-րդ դարում, ուրեմն ոնց, որ Բագրատոնյաց թագավորությունը նվաճվել է 1045-ին Բյուզանդիայի կողմից, բյուզանդական կայսրության կողմից, հետո էլ բյուզանդացիները եւ հայերը միասին պայքարում էին սելջուկների դեմ եւ 1071-ին Մանզիկերտում սելջուկները հաղթել են բյուզանդա հայկական բանակը եւ դրանից հետո մյուս թուրքական եւ մոնղոլական ցեղեր են եկել դարեր շարունակ մինչեւ 16-րդ դարը, այսինքն 500 տարով կամ 5-600 տարով շարունակ եկել են կոչվող ցեղեր Հայաստան։ Կենտրոնական Ասիայից տարբեր տյուրքական, այսինքն օղոզական եւ մոնղոլական ցեղեր եկել են եւ այն ժամանակ ուրեմն անի մայրաքաղաքը եւ մյուս քաղաքները սկսել են հայատապվել եւ այդ ժամանակ այդ տարածաշրջանից հայերը դուրս են եկել երկու ուղղություններից մեկը եղել է Կիլիկիան 11-րդ դարում, երբ որ ազնվականների մի մասը եւ եկեղեցականների մի մասը տեղափոխվել է անիից դե որոշ քաղաքներով, որոշ էտապներով, վերջապես Կիլիկիայում են հաստատվել 1080 թվականին այնտեղ Կիլիկիայի Հայաստան հիմնել, իսկ հայերի մյուս մասը գնաց դեպի հյուսիս, Ղրիմ, հաստատվել են Ղրիմում եւ Ղրիմից իրենց մի մասը շարունակել է ճանապարհը դեպի Լեհաստան, դեպի արևելյան Լեհաստան, որ հիմա կոչվում է Ուկրաինա, եւ Պոդոլիա, Կամենյեց-Պոդոլսկի եւ դա եղել հետագայում հայերի կենտրոնը։ Եվ այնտեղից 16-րդ դարում շարունակել են իրենց ճանապարհը դեպի Մոլդավիա, որ այսօր առանձին պետություն է, եւ այնտեղից գնացին Տրանսիլվանիա։ Ուրեմն 17-րդ դարում, իրենք 11-րդ դարում են մեկնել Հայաստանից եւ հասել են Տրանսիլվանիա 17-րդ դարում։ Ես չգիտեմ ինչա։ Ուրեմն մի քիչ տենց երկար ճանապարհով եւ բանը Թաթայի տենց երկար ճանապարհ, որ ես գնում ասա անդադար եւ այսպես ուրեմն մի քանի դարով մնացել են Ղրիմում, մի քանի դարով Պոդոլիայում, այլ մի քանի դարով Մոլդավիայում, նոր Տրանսիլվանիայում։ Եվ սա է ամենակարևոր հիմիկվա հունգարահայության ամենակարևոր մասը։ Սակո Սահակն է, ուրեմն Քար Սակո։ Եվ դա դարձել է ազգանուն Գայզագո։ Եվ այսպեսի հունգարացիների համար դա օտար է, իսկ հայերի համար էլի օտար է, չնայած որ դա մաքուր հայկական ազգանուն է։ Այսինքն մենք այդ հնչյունափոխությունները կարող ենք հետևել ձեռագրերով, որ ոնց է Գար Սակոն կամ Քար Սակոն դարձել Գայզագո։ Որովհետև մենք ունենք բոլոր մկրտությունների մատյանները եւ ամուսնությունների մատյանները եւ թաղումների մատյանները Տրանսիլվանիայում։ Ուրեմն հայերը Տրանսիլվանիայում հիմնել են 4 քաղաք 18-րդ դարում։ 4 քաղաք են հիմնել եւ դրանց մեջ եկեղեցիներ 9 հատ եկեղեցի մինչեւ այսօր կանգուն Տրանսիլվանիայում, որ հիմնել են հայ կաթոլիկները։ Iran da öntunen katolikot sene hazar vetszeror utsun hinkt vakanin. Uran darani seto valored high katolik neren. Jev inhat jekrecionen. Dörancit hinge askatu ajszor vorpes high katolik jekreci, Transzilvánia, majskan bolora Ruminia jömen ajszor. És csorszöt velen úr is jekrecionerin, vorofetev hajerit hív szköszere. Ajskan hajreszköszön szöpörvel, enderit, csorszkálkit. Jev hajerimi maszegenac Vojvodina, vorajszor Szerbiai maszakazma, vagy en zsamanak Hungária hetucián meccsve. Jev najev Budapesht, eszkenen zsamanak a Pest kahak, jev úr is kahakner. Vagy bocsánat zsamanak, eszkenen por szovjetbere használt fel a nesztek, de banták keren vannak Pokevorkovin, de jev elaračim gorcairenc. Jev hamank Vost egyszerrel, vagy en készí pajmoneren stercel, vor hazar inharul hiszont vakanin, ez számos hamanke inknaklam szervele, irányszervele, profetétse inkarokálásra vecs. Jefeto miaj gafnavar, masnavor vanere, masnavor berakarannerumein havakum hajere. Jev vor azután átszak elmer kahanai, remedik idben akaranmer matulszáton, jevendeker matulszom szokátaraket. És vatszonakat vakaneri ilyen formászom, mert még egy csavari az a teda. Pakirtumist, kohis gimnat, majd vakor. Remen, nincs vesz? Voltatos lesz? És ez valóban egy kérdésnél, először szoknak ezt a veszken hajra, és akkor pusi, és abban berele. Ajszép száll, hácskari, arabintán hajasztanész, mi hácskari vannak, maszna, vagy jeglécén, turkere dzsárteren, vagy szeszkan bankaróhén turkere. Lavsterel, baner, szárkavacneri, kahananeri, hakusznere. Száll mer grakanucunna, ez kön Transzilvánia hajri, oktagorcac, jevirenc garac grakanucunna. Irenkim alszatet, tasmiradero, armenianok, vorom havapelem, Transzilvánia hajri, maravan Transzilvánia hajri verabéria, telekucunne, vracánjával mosolyot szemverabéria, vapeszmint kuncunne pakpalen veri hajra, bajszatni hungare rendezom. Profetet tasmiradero, mátken hungare renne, gracairenc, lizom. Száll mefitel Sebastacina, Inknel Oxenberzarjan, Inknel Darcel, Inknel jelen Yepiskop. And then Armenians living in Hungary at the second half of the 19th century became aware that we are now losing our language, our Armenian language, and we are becoming Hungarian speaking, and we will give up our Armenian traditions, so we have to do something. And thus Armenians began Armenians became the first Armenologists in Hungary. And they collected all knowledge about Armenians, mainly living in Hungary.
Are there many students who want to learn Armenian language?
Sorry?
Are there many students who want to learn Armenian language?
I will arrive to that point. So one of these Transylvanian Armenians became a teacher at our university, and he became also a linguist, a world-famous Armenian linguist. Professor Edmond Schütz, and he helped me also a lot. So he opened officially this library. In this side you can find mainly Armenian books, that side modern Armenian literature, then old Armenian literature, then Armenian history of literature, Armenian linguistics, Armenian history of Armenian art, and this side Armenian history, and that side other disciplines of Oriental studies like Caucasian studies, Georgian, some Georgian books, and but this is not the Georgian division, we will go to the Georgian room, but Professor Edmond also had some Georgian and Caucasian books, and then Iranian studies, and then Turkic studies. He had also dictionaries and manuals for every Turkic language. So this is legacy of Ethnocists, and know the answers about the students and so on. Now I am teaching and with some colleagues Armenian topics, and every year we have about 5 or 6 new students. It's not a big number, but if we compare with other disciplines here at this university, we have Indology department, and Indology department has less students than Armenian studies. India is much more known in Hungary than Armenia because of yoga, because of this new cultures coming from India, but we have more students. Illustrated the printed edition of the Night of the Panther Skin by Shota Rostaveli, published by Ilya Chapchavadze. This is how our Hungarian and Georgian relations began. And then during the 20th century we had historians and ethnographers and linguists who dealt with Georgian studies. And one of them was Márton Istvanovics, who was a folklorist. And Márton Istvanovics died a few decades ago, and he left all these books to the university, and all these books are now behind me, and I will show some of them. So from this part until that part, all these books are Georgian books. How to begin all this? So we can open all of them. What we do have, we can see all the necessary library for Georgian studies, beginning from Georgian history, literary sciences, many linguistical books, many texts of writers, Georgian writers. We have Old Georgian, we have Middle Georgian, Modern Georgian linguistics, and some other languages like Mingrelian language. When I said that this is like Yerevan State University, it means that it has the same functions like Yerevan State.
We have quite a few of these celluloid films containing early propaganda movies from the 50s, and we have a lot of amateur footage collected by a documentary filmmaker, which are home movies. Sorry?
Are they in working condition?
Yes, they're all in working condition, and just today we received an installation on which we can edit the celluloids.
Very digital language.
What is your impression? Is this the way we receive the materials?
No, of course you just work on them like carefully,
Yes.
put them in alphabetic order.
Yes. So oftentimes what we get is a box full of random
Mixed materials.
We have to make order, we have to find some logic, how the documents are connected to each other.
Maybe work on the quality of the papers.
Yes, exactly, preservation,
Yes.
very good one. So when you go to the research room on the first floor and you take this box and you open it up, you will see that there's already a lot of work in it. There is a chronological order, so you will find the earliest file and the latest one on the bottom. It's all arranged, it's nicely prepared for you. And these titles, which are written on the folders, are in...
Геоминия. Что такое геоминия? Maybe take it out.
Yes, but
Is there a history or?
you need to keep...
All the like.
Yes, I put my hand in there.
Yeah.
So that, or you can
I will
do that.
keep. I will
Yes.
keep.
Okay.
Շահեն։
Այդ թուղթ օրինակ կտակ կարդացած եմ։
Please try to keep. No. Sorry. Where did you take? Yes. Where did you take this from?
From here.
No. It was before that. So you need to keep the order of the documents because they're arranged.
դու ուժեղ ցենտում մի անգամից։
Շահեն։
Is it Bordeaux? I don't know what it's actually called. Brownish, reddish. And you will see also that staircases are very, very important for this village. Another thing that I just wanted to say is that you can see that we have these little study areas. So that was another thing. This is how much time we have now just for the building, and what we did
where we get to learn not only from the textbooks and readings but also from our peers.
You are a student, you're responsible for the way you're studying and what you're studying.
C is truly the representation of the global village. You get to meet the world in one place. And also, Budapest is a fantastic place to study.
Come to CU because there is no CU without you. CU is us. See you at CU.
Okay, so I think this.
Development of their skills to start to Visegrad countries. There's 3 countries that already entered, visited: Czech Republic, Slovakia, and now this is last one, Hungary.
Well, welcome then to the European Youth Center in Budapest. I have to apologize myself also because I have to leave at around quarter to 5. So I have another engagement to get to at 5 o'clock nearby. But I understand that you will be meeting also Lila Medetsky from the National Youth Council of Hungary, so you're in a good place because she will come here and then you will have a discussion with her as well. Their office is actually hosted here, so maybe I thought just a few words of introduction about the European Youth Center Budapest, where you are specifically at younger generations and even very young people, so we're not talking about youth. But actually here you will find, I think in Armenian, Compasito, which is human rights education tool for kids, essentially, or people who work with kids, so very young children. So the idea was that really, even at a very young age, you can start to kind of plant the seeds of sensitivity to human rights, of understanding of your human rights as a citizen, what it means, how on an everyday sort of setting, how human rights come into play, which is essentially the necessity, precondition to have societies who attach value to human rights and democracy and have the ability to protect it and, if necessary, fight for it. So we have 3 dimensions of human rights education. We like to kind of break it down into 3 dimensions. So one is learning about human rights, learning about what human rights are, how they are promoted, how they are protected.
Ընդհանուր առում Հայաստանի ապագայի մասին խոսելուց, մտածելուց դա չեն կարող մտածումները չեն կարող դասել մի քանի րոպեվա ընթացքում, կան շատ հարցեր, ըստ էության կարող բաժանենք առնվազն 2 ենթախմբի, դա Հայաստանի ապագա Հայաստանի արտաքին քաղաքականությունը եւ ներքին քաղաքականությունն է։ Արտաքին քաղաքականության մասով կարող եմ նշել, որ Հայաստանը պետք է լինի անկախ չունենա ոչ մի երկրից կախում, իսկ թե ինչպիսի, թե որ կառույցին պետք է անդամակցվի, բնականաբար ես կարծում եմ, որ դա Հայաստանի համար ամենալավ տարբերակն է, երբ Հայաստանը կանդամակցվի Եվրոմիությանը եւ ռազմական միավորման ՆԱՏՕ-ին, դրանք Հայաստանի ամենալավ հեռանկարներն ըստ ինձ, իսկ ներքին քաղաքականության առումով ես կարծում եմ, որ պետք է ստեղծվի այնպիսի երկիր, որտեղ կապրեն այնպիսի մարդիկ, այնպիսի քաղաքացիներ, երբ պետություն եւ քաղաքացի հարաբերությունները կլինեն վստահության եւ սիրո հիման վրա։ Երբ պետությունը կվստահի քաղաքացուն, իսկ քաղաքացին չի չարաշահի սեփական պետության վստահությունը։ Սա է իմ կարծիքով Հայաստանի ապագա Հայաստանի հիմնասյունները։
Քո աչքերը իզարդրել են խելական, քո ժուրտերը կինետուն են ինձ։
Վստահ ես։
Hello, I'm Irakli from the Republic of Georgia in the South Caucasus region. I think that Georgia was like from the Soviet Union, had a lot of problems, but it's still getting better every day. But still there are some problems left. So I think that we all have like a lot of opportunity. We human youth people have a lot of opportunity to change something for the better. And I think the such programs where I'm just now participating really help us to make something better in our country. And I think when I get back to my country, I will be more motivated to work more in the issues I'm working. And one of the serious problem I'm just working in Georgia is the problem of ethnic and religion minorities, mostly religion minorities. I think that they don't feel really equal with the Orthodox Church in Georgia. So I think that we have to do a lot of things to make them more equal to the law and also to make them more secure in our country. So I think that it's really important to share what other countries have done regarding this issue, and I think that such international programs will really help me and will help other teenagers to get immense experience about this issue. I think one of the most problematic issue apart from that is the migration and the stereotypes regarding the migrants in Georgia, from Georgian society. But I think if we have programs like cultural programs, also such international programs, we will achieve to make more peaceful environment for immigrants in Georgia and to make our country more diverse. This program, I think, is one of the most memorable for me in the future. It will be one of the most memorable programs I ever done because I got a lot of experience in different fields. I'm working on political science and international relations, but sometimes I work in journalism too, and this program gave me both experience in journalism also because we visited Radio Liberty, which was one of the most memorable day for me in the future, and also we're having some great projects from speakers about political situation in this area in Europe, and also we're having really good presentations about Russian propaganda or international relations in Visegrad countries or just in Georgia and Armenia. And I think that this immense experience will help me in the future and also will give me an opportunity to work with other people in Armenia, because it's really easy for me as a Georgian to make some programs with my new Armenian friends because we live really together, and I think this experience will help me to do more in my country and to do more with other people as well.
We like our idea, and when we return, of course we cooperate each other, as I think it's a huge problem in Armenia. And 3 programs I already have in my idea, And not only this, for example, debates. As when I was a school girl, yeah, I participate many debates, and now I am leader of our scientific group in our university, and maybe we can cooperate this organization and do international debates or.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My health issues. Sadly, I missed out on some events and lectures, but the overall experience was very informative, and it was packed with a lot of new knowledge and skills. What I found most important for me and what I lacked was probably yesterday's workshop on project planning and management. And to be honest, I liked our idea that we came up with Manya and Ani regarding the dogs that need a shelter, the stray dogs. And maybe that would be an idea that I will work on later and try to implement somehow. But also, I enjoyed meeting all these new people and networking, and just it was a very huge experience for me, and a lot of knowledge was learned.
Thank you. Thank you.
I just want to say thank you for your everything. My friends. Yeah, it's the official talk, yeah.
Official part. Yeah.
Part of talking. For me, this trip, I've already said that it's the first trip in my life abroad, especially in Europe, and I can say I think that now I can appreciate this when I will be in Armenia. That when I realize or remember these days, I can't that time objectively appreciate these days. But I thank you for my Georgian friends, to find them, and I think we can connect our relations after this program. They can when they are coming in Armenia, we can meet, or when we are going in Georgia, we can meet, and etc. What can I say about this? I can't never imagination that this organization is very important for me, because I'm studying political science, and I meet already some huge people, and I can't never imagination that I do it first 3 or 5 years. Mm-hmm. But in these 10 years, I get some information, meet some people, and I can't explain what I'm feeling, what I study. I can do it when I will be in Armenia, and I have relaxed after this.
Okay. Actually, feelings also very important. So impressions, feelings, not only knowledge, but knowledge also. So thank you. Thank you. You're welcome.
It's the great and important opportunity to us to join this group and study new ideas and give new ideas, new dreams. I think that we need to use new ideas in our countries to create new country, new civil and political and new political life in our countries.
Do you feel that some of your approaches, some of your attitudes changed a little bit, at least during our visit to Europe, or not? Your attitudes, your feelings, your ideas, your minds.
Yes, of course.
I suppose you became more liberal,
more tolerant.
Okay. No, I don't mean only tolerance, but I mean in general.
Yes. I change all my feelings. All of my feelings.
No, maybe not all, but
no. All I feel myself.
Rethink, reappreciate. There is
the best part of this project.
Yeah, actually, yes. It's not only about him; it's about everybody.
The project succeeded.
And there is a huge report UN report on rethinking education. I would suggest you to find it in online and read it. Very important and interesting thing about new technologies of education, about new approaches, and how it will going to be developed education and in new consequences of our life in the world. Okay, thank you, Shahan.
First of all, I have to say that I've been to several international exchange programs abroad, but I think this program was very different from them because it was filled with a lot of activities, and which was all of them mostly important and mostly interesting. But I have my own favorites one that I think I will use in my future life, and one of was visiting this Radio Liberty, because this organization is one of my favorite. And I think as a media worker, has a really strong connection with them in my country. And also I like the meeting with Mr. Peter Kohler, the ambassador of the United States in Russia. And I think his speech was something like inspiring and also interesting, and also inspired me to look through more information regarding this issue he was talking about. Also, I liked visiting different NGOs in Czech Republic, because I'm also an NGO worker, and it was really interesting for me to see how NGOs here are working and what problems and what barriers they face to every day. And one of the most favorite NGO worker for me was this lady working on migration issues.
In Brno.
In Brno, and then me and Shalala decided to make something like a small grant program. And also it was really good that this program was for Georgians and Armenians, because we live very close to each other, and I think that making programs after this project will be easier, because sometimes I've been in programs with people from Tunisia, from France, and just we were saying during the workshop that we can do something together in the future. But it's when we think there, it's really hard to make something with people from France, but people from Armenia is quite more easier. And we created a program yesterday during this session in our hotel, and I think this program is really good to be implemented in the future.
Okay.
We're just looking for the grants.
Great, thank you.
And thank you.
And go ahead with your programs. Actually, we are ready to support you when if you will have some questions, some challenges during developing this project. I'm open to support you. Okay.
Thank you for this great experience.
Thank you.
I'm still under cultural shock after Prague. I knew that it was something different, but I didn't expect it to be so crazy experience. I liked Prague the most of all. I liked meeting with Panek, meeting with his excellent scholar, and of course meetings in the Radio Liberty. I somehow think about going to Charles University and some kind of trying to get a scholarship. And this was after this journey study trips that I thought about continuing my academic education. Also, we talked about different projects that may be implemented with cooperation of Armenian and Georgian NGOs and CSOs. It will be also the right thing to do, but the most important were not the meetings with some guys who are working in the NGOs, but the contacts that we have made with each other and with these guys. Not the academic part, but that we are getting to know new people, because the personal relationships are always very important in this type of job. So,
especially if you are going to make some joint project, it will be very useful.
Yeah, in this field you need to know people, not only to have an education. You can read the things that were told by these guys in different NGOs online too, but to meet them, to have a personal touch with these all people from Armenia, from Czech, from Bratislava, that was a great experience. Thank you once again for that.
Thank you.
And thank you, my Armenian fellows.
Starting with the complaint.
Okay, so
Again.
if I talk too much, tell me.
If it's not too much, you can send me by email.
Okay,
if it's
so
too much.
I put in 3 parts, like my reflection. So the first part is about training, what we had, like the topics, the places we went, and the second part is about what happened within the group, like what we did, what was like interpersonal and stuff, and the other part is logistical, what could have been done, what was nice. So to start with, I was trying to actually, for me it's really difficult that there has not been reflections during the every day, and it was very intense, so like I don't remember a lot, so I have to go back, look at it, and then I start remembering everything. So to go through, like I want to mention like Europeum, like for me it was like, I don't, like to go, like in case of Europeum and Radio Liberty, it was more like going to their physical space and like feeling this kind of that they worked there and stuff, but like I didn't get so much knowledge and stuff from what was going on there, but it was a nice experience, let's say. The embassy, like we went to the Armenian embassy, like that was kind of like, I was like, okay, like like there's so many Armenian diplomats or what people that we
it's
can
a
meet.
diplomatic visit.
Yeah, diplomatic, so like I don't like that kind of stuff, and it's not like, I'm like, okay, whatever.
A visit of politeness.
Yeah, so we went and like paid our whatever. The one NGO in Brno, the umbrella one, I don't know. Yeah, that was my favorite because we like with my colleagues and stuff, we tried to work with a non-hierarchical system and like not have boss and stuff, and like we always just like don't know what's going on. So it was a good example to meet them and maybe someday cooperate with them. Like that's very feasible and practical. And I took their book that was on non-hierarchical management, which I will be reading and hopefully get some information. The Ukrainian lady during the
gender equality?
No, with the after the meeting
it was
with
the
ambassador
the Prague Civil Society
Czech.
Center.
Yeah.
Anyway, she was one of my favorites because she was specific. She knew what she was saying, and like compared to the other ones that were just, some people were just confusing. Like the one on controlling the government, that guy was speaking with like the same voice, and I don't remember anything. Like literally, like it was just like I couldn't handle that. The gender equality, I think, for me it was nice. It was once more I remember what was going on. But I think for the people who I believe that needed that knowledge to understand a few things that they wanted to understand, maybe they did not receive it because it wasn't as it wasn't as accessible to them as it would have been. Okay, I will finish. Also, the information about private forests in Brno, like they have private, some people buy and plant trees and cut them. That was interesting because I think in Armenia the argument that we need trees that could be used is like, okay, just buy a private area that's not forest and plant it and cut it, use it. It was very new for me, and to stay together, that's also very new for me, which was I tolerated, and it was kind of okay. And maybe it could have been done. Maybe we needed more space to reflect better, and yeah.
We need much more time for a lot of other things also, which we have not, unfortunately, because the program is very intensive, as you can see.
I just think that the effectiveness might be higher, so just in my case, so maybe next time we can think about that.
Okay, thank you for your suggestion. Next one.
Really important and useful for me. It was a huge opportunity. I gained not only new skills but also new connections for futures, new ideas for futures. I'm planning to apply for Visegrad Foundation's grant with my NGO, and I like the Nesenhudi, like ecological center's guide, how to work without boss, and I will use that. Also, I like.
You will kill the boss?
No, but it's good idea for me. It's for you. Yeah, and I also like their manual design. I will use them. now I have new connection for my database.
Good. Good. Thank you.
Actually, we have got a lot of information these days, and I think I need a few time to separate these days and analyze in my mind. But I will mention a lot of them that I remember now. It was a Transparency International, where I have got a lot of news, and then we speak with the organizer of that company, and he told me that there is such kind of NGOs that is working with the rural areas NGOs, and to give me the contact of them. And then Visegrad Foundation also I like, and all of the trip was organized very, very well, and then it will help us to get the international contact with other countries, and also the friends, the members that we have recognized also in Armenia and Georgia. And thank you to organize and to make our days very wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm the youngest participant in this project, and actually it was a big opportunity for me. And thank you for don't ignore me for my age, because I hope that the most of all understand that age not don't important thing to be to be activist or to be informed person. Actually, for me, first of all, important that I introduce my village here in Europe. Yes, introduce Malishka in Europe.
Did you succeed?
Yes.
So now every Hungarian, Czech, and Slovaks know about Malishka?
Yes, yes. Actually,
This applicant guys in the reception.
Even here, okay. Continue.
I introduced these countries, their cultures, and their people's mindset. And here is important thing. Here is that participants are different from each other, and their mindset are each other, and their mindset was meet.
You're valuing the diversity.
Yes, yes. And it's important thing that I get new Georgian friends. I'm so happy for that. And from those countries, I very liked Hungary, Budapest, because I think their people here are enjoy their life.
Enjoy their life?
Yes, yes. And it is important.
Okay, thank you.
Hello everyone. First of all, I want to say that it's just great making the project with Georgia and Armenia, because yes, I'm living in an Armenian community, but I never thought that I never participated in the program where are Georgians and Armenians together, and they communicate so greatly, and I'm so happy for that. Now I have lots of possibilities after these projects. They give me lots of ideas, and I'm just sure that I will use this knowledge, and I will make a project in far future. Another thing is that I gained lots of friends from Armenia. I had no friends from Armenia, unfortunately, and from Georgia also. So it's really cool. We can cooperate now. We can make some joint projects. Another thing I want to say, I was thinking about this through Hull these days, and I wanted to share this. I want to say thank you for Horfset, because he's somehow managing to satisfy everyone's wishes. It's really difficult, and you have never told to anyone no. I'm just amazed. that's just cool.
Thank you. I'm very happy to hear that I met these wishes and expectations. I'm not sure, but probably some of them at least.
No, 100%.
Thank you. Thank you.
So that's it. I'm full of emotions, full of energy, and I'm sure that this will give me some new power to for new ideas and for new projects. So
Okay.
thank you very much
Thank
for.
Давай. So, by this project I started to learn one more language, it's Armenian. Already I know something, Inkyang. So, I get many experience and knowledge. Of course, it was best project for me because it is not my first time, but I think if to compare, it was more practical for me because in a different project we was going by some buses and we don't know where we are, what we are doing, and at now it is so practical. We are doing by your help, but we are doing some practical things, and also I get so many contacts, and I'm sure that we will doing Visegrad, he already said that, and we will do some project also. So I think that by this knowledge, by this experience, I was continuing to solve problems in my region. So thank you for my Armenian friends. It's my first time I have friends from Armenia. Yes, in Georgia I have many Armenian friends, but they are from Georgia. But now I have practice to have communication with Armenian people, and so it's good. Thank you very much.
Let's welcome, you're welcome, and let's not forget that it's also a healthy project because you are running from one office to another.
Yes.
Marathon. Yeah, thank you very much.
Another interview, please.
Okay. No interview.
So what then?
I would like to start my speech with words Ed Sheeran. I found the love, and this love is not the person, this love is our group. And first of all, I would like to say thank you for this selection, because I find my first Azerbaijan friend, first Armenian friend. The second, I want to cooperate with Agora, organizations of Agora and Slovak Debate Association, and do
some joint project.
Yes.
Great.
And give opportunity for young.
Thank you. So now, Georgia, which support us hugely and very, very intensively, and please pass my gratitude to Alexandra and to Arnold Stepanian. So this is our best friends in Georgia, and they also have supported us. So Amirajan, thank you very much, and for these logistic issues and for everything, for your support. Okay, so please applaud.
Actually, met a lot of bright minds, and I hope that we'll cooperate in the future and in many fields. So, thank you for this opportunity.
One more time. We are continuing our trip now, our walking today. We have free time. We will have a lunch in 1 hour, I think. Maybe Armen suggests something.